Good morning. Let's chat about a simple yet often overlooked and surprisingly powerful seed. I know it might sound a bit cliche, but for those of us over 60 or planning to live well beyond that, this topic is really important. As we age, our food choices become even more vital for keeping our metabolism healthy, supporting bone density, and maintaining muscle mass. Big changes can come from small things. Chia seeds may look like tiny, tasteless black or white dots, but that's often the case with longevity. When used wisely, even the smallest tools can lead to amazing results. Chia seeds deserve more recognition than they typically get, especially for those of us nearing or past our 60s, where every little bit of strength, mobility, and resilience counts. First, let's dive into the macronutrients. The primary ingredient in chia seeds is fiber, with over 80% being indigestible carbohydrates, making them almost carb-free. For most people, that's a big plus, and they are definitely low glycemic, which is great if you're looking to keep your insulin sensitivity in check or boost your metabolic health. As we get older, the chances of insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, and metabolic syndrome rise. But that's just the beginning. Before we kick things off, I'd love to know where you're tuning in from today. Feel free to ask any questions you have and drop a comment below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of Senior Health's best health tips. And I want to know if you're with me. If you're watching this video and it resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. First off, one of the most attractive aspects of chia is its incredibly high calcium content. With about 179 milligrams per 28g serving, that's roughly 2 tablespoons. Chia actually has more calcium by weight than dairy milk. When you compare that to a quarter cup of milk, which has around 80 milligrams, you start to see the density we're talking about. But it's not just about quantity. The co-actors to blame are magnesium and phosphorus, which your body needs to rebuild and mineralize bone tissue. Chia provides these nutrients, which is super important for anyone over 60. As we age, bone loss becomes more common, especially in women who have gone through menopause. Both osteoporosis and osteopenia are silent conditions that often go unnoticed until they worsen, usually after a fall. For many, a fractured hip isn't just a simple break. It marks the start of losing independence and a drop in mobility, which is closely linked to a higher risk of dying within a year after the first fracture. Interestingly, joint pain is actually more prevalent than bone loss, and it doesn't announce itself. That's why it's so important to seize every opportunity to maintain bone mineral density, especially through dietary habits that ensure mineral sufficiency. Chia's fat profile is another key factor. Alpha-linolenic acid, or ELA, is a specific type of omega-3 fatty acid. While it comes from plants, it's different from EPA and DHA, which are found in fish oil and have much stronger evidence backing their benefits for reducing inflammation, supporting heart health, and preserving brain function. But don't underestimate ALA. Even though it converts to EPA at a low rate, typically under 5%, it still has its own anti-inflammatory benefits, especially when paired with other foods rich in omega-6 polyunsaturated fats. This nuance is important. Chia can help fill the gap if you're not eating fatty fish 2 or 3 times a week or taking high-quality fish oil supplements. However, it shouldn't be your only strategy if you're serious about boosting your omega-3 levels. Chia isn't a replacement, but it definitely adds value. The protein content in pumpkin seeds is actually higher than that of an egg, sitting at about 7 g per ounce. First up is leucine, the essential amino acid that kicks off muscle protein synthesis through the mTR pathway, and it's found in decent amounts. Even though the amino acid profile isn't as extensive as that of animal proteins, this is where the problem lies. Anabolic resistance refers to the phenomenon where older adults become less responsive to anabolic signaling. Because of this, an older adult might need 30 grams or more protein, along with higher leucine content, while a younger person might only need 20 g to enhance muscle protein synthesis. Pumpkin seeds can play a key role in a varied protein strategy throughout the day, but they can't do it all alone. For example, an ounce provides a hefty mineral boost in addition to protein when added to a smoothie or yogurt. Another perk of pumpkin seeds is tryptophan, which is often overlooked but is linked to recovery and sleep. Tryptophan is important because it's a precursor to serotonin, which in turn is a precursor to melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep and wakefulness. With over 500 milligrams per ounce, pumpkin seeds rank among the top plant-based sources of tryptophan. This is crucial since sleep fragmentation tends to increase with age, and not getting enough sleep can impact hormone production, glucose regulation, tissue repair, and cognitive function. Consuming foods rich in tryptophan in the evening, especially when paired with carbs, may help promote deeper sleep and boost melatonin production. Sleep also plays a role in muscle maintenance, as growth hormone surges happen during deep sleep, particularly in the first cycle of the night. If you miss out on that slow wave sleep, your body's ability to heal itself is compromised. So, pumpkin seed provides some of the building blocks needed for your body to produce its own sleep aid, even if they aren't a sleep aid by themselves. Plus, the anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties of pumpkin seeds are beneficial too. To maintain their muscle mass, it's crucial to recognize the fat-soluble nutritional profile of sesame. It's packed with vitamin E, especially gamma-tocopherol, which has unique anti-inflammatory properties. Unlike alpha-tocopherol, gamma-tocopherol helps neutralize reactive nitrogen compounds like peroxynitrite, which are increasingly associated with neurodegenerative diseases such as Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. This form of vitamin E is vital because, as we age, our brains become more vulnerable to oxidative stress. In practical terms, sesame seeds are versatile and quite stable. You can toss them into salads, soups, and stir-fries, or enjoy them whole or ground into a paste like tahini. While it's best to avoid prolonged high-heat cooking, toasting them enhances flavor without compromising their bioactive properties. In the context of low-friction intervention, 1.5 to 2 tablespoons daily is enough to reap benefits without disrupting caloric balance. Sesame seeds are an easy-to-adopt, budget-friendly, and highly promising food. They don't spike blood sugar levels, don't require refrigeration, and can be seamlessly integrated into both savory and sweet dishes. Plus, they're widely available and culturally recognized around the globe.